Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. The fog hangs low over old London, soft, pale, and almost glowing against the dim lamps that line the riverside streets. Every sound is muted, every step softened, as if the entire city is wrapped in a thick blanket of quiet. Along the Thames, the water drifts lazily, moving with the slow patience of a tired traveler. Wooden docks creak gently, ropes sway with small, sleepy movements. And somewhere in this gray world, the forgotten tea smugglers begin their silent work. Long before tea became a simple drink, before it lived in tin boxes in ordinary kitchens, it was rare, expensive, and heavily taxed. A warm cup could cost a week's wages. Tea became a dream for ordinary people, a scent you smelled through the window of a wealthy home, a flavor you imagined during long, cold nights. But people wanted tea. They wanted warmth. They wanted comfort. And so, in the quiet corners of the city, a secret trade began. Not loud, not violent, just practical and strangely peaceful. Small boats glided along the river at dawn, moving with the tide, not fast enough to draw attention, just slow enough to disappear into the mist. Inside them were plain wooden crates. No markings, no stamps, only the faint smell of dried leaves and distant mountains. The smugglers spoke little. A nod was enough. A gesture of the hand replaced entire conversations. Their world depended on silence, patience, and the soft rhythm of the river. Across the city, hidden behind crooked alleys and wrinkled wooden doors, small tea houses waited for the deliveries. They looked ordinary, nothing more than dim rooms with wooden tables and steaming kettles. But in the back rooms, where the air smelled of old cloth and candle wax, the true business took place. Crates were opened quietly. Tea was weighed on brass scales that creaked with each measurement. Coins slid softly across wooden tables. Customers whispered their orders, hoping to stretch their small earnings into enough tea to last through the cold week. These meetings were never rushed. Every action felt slow, methodical. Even the steam rising from kettles moved gently, as if time itself was half asleep. Meanwhile, the river police, the revenue men, patrolled the waters with lanterns that swung like tiny stars in the fog. They tried to catch smugglers, but the night was too quiet, the river too wide, the fog too thick. Often, a smuggler's boat drifted right past them, just a shadow among shadows, nothing more than the soft creak of wood and the whisper of a distant oar. Most of the people who took part in this trade were not criminals in the way stories usually describe. They were fishermen whose nets came up empty, dock workers trying to survive long winters, parents who wanted to bring warmth into cold homes. Their houses were small, smelling of firewood and damp wool. Children slept under patchwork blankets while their parents sorted tea by candlelight, their hands moving slowly through the leaves, careful not to wake anyone. These were ordinary lives, filled with simple routines and quiet hopes, and yet, through their sleepy work, tea spread across London and became a gentle comfort for millions of people. In time, the government realized something simple. People were going to drink tea no matter what. Taxes were lowered, legal imports increased, smuggling faded, not with violence, but with a quiet sigh as life returned to normal. The boats disappeared from the fog. The secret tea rooms became ordinary again, and the smugglers slipped back into their usual jobs: boatmen, fishermen, shopkeepers, leaving behind no statues, no monuments, no names carved into stone. Only the memory of soft footsteps on wet cobblestone, the faint aroma of leaves being weighed by candlelight, and the gentle steam of a warm cup on a cold morning. Today, whenever someone makes a cup of tea, watching the steam rise, feeling warmth settling into their hands, they unknowingly repeat a small piece of this forgotten past. A quiet legacy from quiet people who lived quiet lives. And now, as the fog settles once more over the river and the last lanterns grow dim, let your breath slow, let your mind soften, and drift with the calm tide of old London into peaceful sleep. Good night.